Salam sejahtera, hello konnichiwa, 大家好, hao. Welcome to Ubun YouTube channel. I'm Malaysian online voiceover artist Vivian. The content is based on my own perspectives and experience shared about voiceover. It might be different to the situation you are facing. Here I encourage you to do your own research and decide yourself. I believe everyone watching this video interested in voiceover and want to know more about voiceover. I'll do a brief self-introduce and then explain what is voiceover to you. I'll create same content in English, Mandarin, Malay, and Japanese. If you are interested in other language, feel free to watch it. My name is Vivian and I'm Malaysian. After SPM, I went to Japan to pursue my dream, voiceover. First year, I went to a Japanese language school. Second and third year, I studied voiceover course in a specialist school. At the same time, I also took sound engineering as my minor subject. After graduating from specialist school, I was so fortunate there was a company accept me as their trainee for 1 year. But in the end, I was not selected as their artist. At the same time, my visa was almost expired, so I decided to go back to Malaysia and rest a while. I was so lost at that moment, don't know what to do. After deep thought, I still strive to do voiceover. So in the end of 2021, I start my freelance voiceover artist online. Maybe some people still not understand what is voiceover. To me, in short answer, voiceover is using your voice to some people, things, or situation. If we were to divide it further, there are game voiceovers, movie voiceovers, narration, and even voice message on the phone that can be considered within the scope of voiceover artist work. Voiceover artists are the people who do voiceover as their main income. You might be more familiar with the term seiyuu. Most people's first impression of voiceover artists are from anime shows. However, besides anime characters, you can hear the voice of voiceover artists in commercials, narrations, audiobooks, movie trailers, and even in elevator announcements. Job responsibilities may vary based on client needs and the artist's operational style. In my view, voiceover artists can be categorized into two groups: full-time voiceover artists and freelance voiceover artists. In Japan's voice acting specialist school, I was taught that the work of full-time voiceover artists is mainly auditions and voiceovers. Most auditions are unpaid and payment is only received if you are selected. The income depends on the agreement with the client or the contract terms with an agency, so it may be less than expected. Many well-known voiceover artists often share that when they first started, they had to take on additional jobs to maintain their daily expenses. In Japan voiceover industry, most of the recording work is handled by professional sound engineers or other staff. Voiceover artists are solely responsible for voicing. In my opinion, there is high competition in Japan's voiceover industry. Freelance voiceover artists are those who take their own projects through online platforms. This is also my current job. Apart from voiceover, freelance voiceover artists also require some additional professional knowledge such as recording and business skill. If you can't produce high-quality audio files by yourself, it's challenging to continue in the voiceover field, unless you are wealthy enough to hire a professional sound engineer to assist you. You also need to know where to find clients, understand the rules, and operate on various websites to earn from voiceover work. If you can work with multiple languages, customers might also request translation service from you. Voiceover artists do not have fixed income, and it varies in different countries. For example, in Japan, for the same work, rates differ based on the artist's experience. With the advancement of technology, freelance voiceover artists are increasing. Some newcomers may offer lower prices to attract clients and build a reputation, while some professionals quote higher prices. As conclusion, income for voiceover artists is unpredictable. However, like running a business, as long as you persist and have a stable client base, the income will naturally increase over time. Everything is difficult at the start, but starting in voiceover is straightforward. If it is just for fun or out of interest, being able to speak is enough. However, if you want to enter the professional field, there are many things you need to learn and prepare. Let's talk about the basics. Regardless of the language or accents you are voiceovering in, I think the most basic thing is pronunciation and script interpretation. You may have heard using 丹田 to speak your lines, which I think depends on the context of the work. Using 丹田 to speak is an excellent training method because it can improve your physical strength, reduce throat strain, and give your lines a more solid sound. Perhaps some roles don't require a clear pronunciation of every single word, but you still need to let the audience understand what you are saying. So the most basic thing is to pronounce clearly before gradually adding your own interpretations for expression. Regarding script interpretation, everyone's understanding is different. This tests your understanding of language, life experience, and observation skills. I was fortunate to observe a professional voiceover audition at school. It was rare for people outside the school to participate in school's audition. I think it was a great chance, so I went to observe. One of the judges is a recording instructor who taught me about voiceover. He said that everyone interpreted the line in the same way and hoped to see someone with a different interpretation. As I was an observer and I didn't know what the lines were, I could only rely on my memory. However, from my observation, the interpretation by each participant in the audition were quite similar. It was as I expected, a bit boring, until a stage actor joined the audition. Perhaps that stage actor included body movements and the lines spoken were somewhat different from the other participants. I remember the instructor asked her to move around and continue reading the lines. My instructor noted there was a slightly improvement and provide many different instructions, and at that moment I understand that one sentence can have so many interpretations. After the audition, I don't know if it was the first time for school or other reason, there was no such an opportunity to be observer again until I graduate. Okay, that's it. This is my perspective on voiceover. If you like to share your opinion or something you want to know, leave it in the comment. There will be not too many videos in this series. Here I encourage you again to do your own research, look for other info, so you could have a better understanding about voiceover. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And then, see you next time. Bye bye!